Thank you for watching and welcome to our chapter 12 of this course. And in this chapter, we are gonna go deeper into assembly environments. And we are gonna cover the advanced mates, mechanical mates, magnetic mates, and we are gonna learn the mates by aligning planes and much more. Okay, so let's start our first video, and as we already knew in the previous chapter, we already used little bit about the mates and things, but we are gonna discover the mates and all the possible options by using mates into assembly. So I already have a couple of components here into my assembly. So before going into the mates, I would like to explain, as you can see, like there are different components. So the first component, as you can see in the front of the name of first component, there is a F, tiny f, but all other components, there is a negative sign in front of their name. So because the first component is fixed to the origin of the assembly, and then all other components are gonna be fixed as compared to the first component. So that's why this is F, which we already covered in the last video, I guess. Okay, so what we can do is we can go into the mates now. If you want to have mate one by one, then you need to select all the things one by one. And although it's gonna take a bit time, but there is another option, like you can go into multiple mate mode, and then what you can do is you can just select, suppose I want to select this face of the first component, and then I can go into the multi mode component. So what I can do is I can just select multiple faces like this, and this. So what is gonna be done, like all those upper faces of other components are be coincident with the first component. So I'm just gonna click the green check mark. So this is just first mate which we are created. So what we can do is still they can move wherever you want. But the thing is, like we already created one mate all together. So this was the first option which I was thinking to introduce. So let's go back into the mate. And then the second option is parallel. So what I can do is I can just select one face from this component, and if I want to have a parallel to this face, so I'm just gonna select this and click the green check mark. So in this way, it's gonna be parallel to each other. So right now I go right and left, but I cannot rotate it because these two faces are parallel to each other. Okay, the next option is perpendicular. So if I want to have a perpendicular mate, so what I can do is I can just select the face of this one, and then I can select face for this component. So in this way, I can just create a parallel mate between them. So as you can see now, I can go right and left, but I cannot rotate like as I can rotate other components, as you can see. Okay, so this was the perpendicular mate, and then next one is tangent. So for tangent, suppose I'm just gonna go into the tangent, and then I'm gonna select this face, and then I'm gonna select the outer surface of this, and then it's gonna move there. And you can see if you want to change the direction, so I can just change the direction. I can go in this side or that side, and then I'm gonna click the green check mark. So in this way, like I can just roll over to this, but still, as you can see, there is only tangent, so there is no mate between them. So what I would like to do is I would like to create another mate between the top faces of them. So, and then let's click the green check mark. So in this way, I can roll more easily, I would say, as you can see, because the top surfaces are also fixed. Sorry for distraction, but if you think my videos are helpful for you, or if you are a serious SolidWorks learner, I am gonna highly recommend you can go into the description of this video, where you can find my course link, in which I have over 10 hours of videos in which I explain each and every command in a detailed way. Thank you. Okay, let's go to the next option, which is concentric. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna select the outer surface of this cylinder, and then outer surface of this cylinder. So in this way, it's gonna slide over there, and then I'm gonna click the green check mark. But as you can see, like I can move. I should be able to move this, as you can see, because the one cylinder is fixed with the upper surface of this board, but this one is not fixed, so that's why I can move it. And now the next option is, like what I can do is I can just lock them at some certain distance if you want. So what I can do is, like if you want to select this one and hold the control key on your keyboard and select this one, then you can see there is an option like lock two components together. So I can just lock them and then click the green check mark. So now they are locked, and I can, even though I can just move them, but up and down I can't move, as you can see. because they are locked between each other. Okay, so the next option is like we can have some certain distance between two components. So as you can see, I can go into the distance and then I can select this surface and with this face. So there is a distance, whatever distance I want to have between them. So I can change the distance from here. Suppose I want to have 3 inches. Let's put manual value and then let's click the green check mark. So they both are on 3-inch distance. I need to click the green check mark first. So the first thing is like we have a mate which is parallel, and the second thing is we have a distance of 3 meters, so I cannot go in, but still I can go inward and outward. So if I want to fix this as well, so what I can do is I can just create a mate between this and this surface, and then I can click green check mark. So now it's fully defined and now I can't move it. So as this component is fixed, so what we can do is we can just go out of the mate, and I can show you as this is the component for this one. So as you can see, there is no negative sign in front of its name. So because this is pretty fixed with the main component, which is fixed with the origin. So, but all other components, there is some kind of freedom. So we can move them or we can just rotate them. Okay, let's go back into the mate. And as you can see, like I can rotate this component till now. So I want to have a hinge first. So what I can do is I can just select a edge and then I can select this edge. So in that way, I could have a hinge between both of these components. So as you can see, I can just rotate my hinge. But if I want to have some fixed degree between both of them, so what I can do is I can just select this face and select this face. And then here, as you can see, there is an option for angle. I can create a certain angle between them. Let's create a 30-degree angle, and then let's click the green check mark. So they are going to be fixed at 30 degrees. So now I can't move them anymore. As you can see, because they are fixed. So these are all the options for the mates which you can use into your assemblies, and I'm gonna go out of the mate, and now you can see like into the mate section. As you can see, these are the all mates which we have used between all of our components. So if you don't want any mate, or if you want to delete any mate, so what you can do, you can just right click on them and then you can delete them. Or there is another option, like if you want, what you can do is you can go into them and then you can edit feature, and then you can edit your specific mate. So this was the broad overview of mates which you can use to assemble your components into the assembly environment of SolidWorks. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And if you are a serious SolidWorks learner, then don't forget to check the course link in the description. Thank you.